focus, but for those of us that lived it, coming out of this thing, it's no joke.
It's no joke, and it's probably the toughest one. After all the things that happened in 2020, one of our idols, lost his life, with his beautiful daughter. To stop playing for COVID, the social injustice, racial inequality things that was going on, the sacrifice it takes from you. It's been a crazy journey for the LA Lakers.
This was very challenging and difficult, and it played with your mind, played with your body. You're away from some of the things that you're so accustomed to make you be the professional that you are. This is right up there with one of the greatest accomplishments I have.
The Lakers are the world champions.
My dad, Dr. Jerry Buss, always talked about this rich tradition that the Lakers had about great big men. Starting with George Mikan, and then Wilt Chamberlain, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Shaquille O'Neal. I remember my dad watching Anthony Davis when he was still in college and saying, this player is really terrific. He has a skill set that we really haven't seen before, but we're never gonna have a draft pick high enough to draft him. And, that's too bad. So I know that my father would just be thrilled to know that Anthony Davis is wearing a Lakers uniform.
Anthony Davis is set to be officially introduced by the Lakers.
Good to see you. Your big day's here. I like it better when you have flip-flops and sweats on. You can shoot.
I think a trade for a player like Anthony Davis is a franchise-shifting moment in time, and those transactions are always complicated. To get a player like that, you have to give up great value, and we had to give up picks and great young players, but obviously a player of Anthony Davis's caliber is worth it.
Rob Pelinka makes this trade, and half of the media says, well, the Lakers gave up too much. In what universe? That was the beginning of the championship run. Some people in the media seem to think it was the end of it.
When I found out I was getting traded to the Lakers, I realized it was an unbelievable opportunity for me to be here with a wonderful organization, play for an organization that's all about winning, forget winning championships.
You know who else it's a big day for? LeBron James. Now he's got a superstar to join him in Los Angeles, and what a duo they're going to be.
Hey, bro. Saying that about you today, bro.
That's why I
Before the trade happened, speculated that I was coming to the Lakers just because we had dinner. Me and LeBron are close friends.
I've known him and his family for quite a long time now. He's actually at my basketball camp when he was in high school.
This is a relationship that has gone back to when Anthony was really young. I mean, he said that LeBron was one of his favorite players. You think about the time they spent when Anthony was part of the Olympic team.
We just complement each other so well because we're two selfless guys, and we're two guys that care so much about our teammates being successful.
LeBron sort of identified this early on as the ideal pairing in the sense that these are two guys who are unique leaders.
While LeBron helped lure Davis with the dream that they could bring the Lakers a championship as an unstoppable duo, 1 year prior to AD's arrival, a Laker legend was just as instrumental in LeBron choosing to don the purple and gold.
I remember in July 2018, we had made our free agent pitch to LeBron when Irvin was able to get together with him at midnight the night before.
I got a text saying that LeBron James was coming to the Lakers. All of a sudden, my phone blew up because it hit the news. And it wouldn't have happened if Magic Johnson wasn't the head of our basketball department.
Some people said, all right, LeBron already had a home in Brentwood. He really wanted to get his production side of his career going. But then Magic Johnson did his job, and a franchise was reborn almost immediately.
The immediate thought is, oh, our problems are solved. But instead, we had a rocky season. LeBron got hurt.
LeBron is not moving on the other end of the floor, and this is bad.
And, the team struggled, and again, we looked at another season without playoffs.
Even as the turbulent 2018-2019 season came to a close, no one could have foreseen what was to come just a few hours before tip-off of the final game.
One of my jobs for Spectrum is to do the pregame interview with the head coach.
Hey, Luke, just looking big picture.
You know, we all kind of form around a podium right outside the Lakers locker room, and always the Lakers coach comes out and says all the standard things.
We all had a sense that it was probably Luke Walton's last game at Staples Center. Bill Walton's there. There's obviously some emotion.
Thank you, guys.
So Luke talks for 6 minutes or so, and as he ends, Magic Johnson walks kind of over toward where Luke is. And Magic says to the crowd something along the lines of,
"Is it my turn? I don't get to go?"
And we're all like, ha, 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 Magic. But you didn't actually expect him to walk over to the podium and do it.
I am gonna go. You guys ready?
And he says, "Is it my time to talk?" And then we're thinking, talk about what?
We're all watching. I mean, this is pretty thick drama.
I remember turning around to the cameraman and saying, you're rolling, right?
The mic though?
Oh, I'm coming.
Usually I would ask a question. Instead, I believe it just kind of put the microphone out.
First of all, thanks everybody.
And it took me about 30 seconds, and it sort of burrowed its way into my brain, and I thought, oh my God, he's gonna quit.
And so today, I'm gonna step down as the president.
And then the floodgates open.
I'm a free bird, and I've been handcuffed, and I don't like that.
All the questions get asked.
What I didn't like is the backstabbing and the whispering. I don't like that.
His relationship with Rob Pelinka is suddenly being scrutinized.
You tell Rob Pelinka?
Nope.
And he says, it's not fun anymore.
What am I doing? You know, I got a beautiful life.
I'm walking down the halls in the underbelly of Staples Center, and people are running past me the other way. And finally, I turned to somebody and I said, "What's going on?" And they said, "Magic's resigning."
I said, "Resign from what?" Nobody saw it coming.
I want hugs, man. This is it for me.
It wasn't a sweeping realization because it was sort of like, okay, so he's stepping down. Like, we get that this is disappointing, but oh, he hasn't told Jeannie Buss.
She doesn't know I'm standing here because I know I would be crying like a baby in front of her.
Have you really not told Jeannie?
No, I haven't. I couldn't. I couldn't stand and tell her.
He talked at the podium for 45 minutes. Then he started to walk out of Staples Center. But first he wanted to find Jeannie Buss.
Now I got to see if the boss is here.
I had a flat tire, and I was late arriving at Staples Center. And as I was driving to Staples Center, I got a phone call from Tim Harris, and he goes, no, don't come here. Magic's stepping down. So we immediately agreed to come back to our offices and try to make sense of what was happening in real time. I think Magic was waiting to talk to me before the game, but because I was late, Magic is a person who wears his heart on his sleeve, and he decided to make the announcement because he knew it was going to be difficult to tell me in person, and I think that that was the best way that he knew how to do it.
It was a strange, surreal moment in Laker basketball. And just like that, Magic Johnson was gone.
For me, I would never ever want Magic Johnson to be in a position that he wasn't happy in. I understood that he wanted to be relieved of his responsibilities with the team so that he could do the things that he enjoyed. And that's the most important thing to me.
He just didn't enjoy the job anymore. He walked away. LeBron James had no clue. No one did.
It came so out of left field for all of us. So I think everybody's feeling like, what the like, you know, especially, I mean, it's a huge summer for us. For the franchise, for me, I don't know what the to think, man.
As the regular season ended in April 2019, the Lakers' search for a new head coach began, and the stakes could not have been higher.
There's a little bit of pressure on the Laker franchise at this point. LeBron James, firmly in his mid-30s at this point. You don't want to waste 1, 2, 3, or any years of LeBron James. You got to make sure that coach is the right fit.
The search did not go as many anticipated, with Monty Williams choosing the Phoenix Suns and Tyronn Lue LeBron's former coach in Cleveland, passing on the Lakers' offer. Yet contrary to the headlines, behind the scenes, there was little distress.
The Lakers took their time and finally have found their man. Vogel will become the 27th head coach in Lakers history.
It's a big honor for me to be here today and to be responsible for this next chapter of our history.
Nobody knew what to think. And because the Lakers hadn't talked since Magic stepped down, when they announced Frank, that press conference became a lot of questions to Rob about what happened with Magic.
Are you worried at all that the explosive interview that Magic Johnson did, that it creates this image of disarray?
I think the most important thing is that players look to who we really are and not what the impression is of what others are trying to create us to be. And
I think that gave you the first taste of Frank Vogel, how he keeps his eye on the ball. It didn't bother him. He didn't complain about it. He said, I'm here to coach the Lakers. I have LeBron on my team, and we can win here.
You know, I understand what the perception is when you lose for a few years and some things happen, like that can happen, okay? But there's a positive vibe happening with our team right now. There really is, okay? And, you know, it's just one of those things that you're just gonna have to wait and see, okay? But you're gonna be happy with the product that we put on the floor this year and where we're going as an organization. You really are.
This is the Los Angeles Lakers, the league's signature franchise, and you know, I'm getting them at a time where they have the best player in the history of the game, in my opinion, LeBron James.
Our goal is to get better every day. You know, Coach Vogel and the coaching staff is going to put us in the best possible chance for us to win every night, and that's what it's all about.
In the same way that Rob Pelinka offered the Lakers franchise a little more stability than Magic Johnson, despite all the great things about Magic Johnson that you can say, Frank Vogel came in and offered the team similar stability that other candidates probably would not have given the team.
While Vogel's positive attitude was undeniable, Laker fans had grown accustomed to a carousel of names over a decade that many would rather forget.
6 coaches in 8 years. It's just not typical Lakers, but that was representative of this last decade. There were just a lot of unexpected things that went down.
Bryant again going to work, falls down. Again, he's struggling. Kobe Bryant cannot continue.
Some of the first things that come to mind when I think of the 7 years prior to this year are frustration. A lot of losing and not many highs. A lot of lows.
It's going to be a year to remember for a lot of the wrong reasons.
It wasn't a great time. The Lakers weren't winning. They were getting top picks in the draft, and it was a very despairing time in Lakerland.
What another blow for the LA Lakers.
Some of the moments that we've had that were, I don't know, memeable moments, as they say. Ronnie Price lost his shoe, and he was trying to play defense, so he just threw his shoe.
He literally did throw the shoe at Iguodala.
You had the Lakers running out of players in a game where Chris Kaman all of a sudden found himself on the bench with nothing but space. I mean, he might have been just roaming the plains of Wyoming.
Chris Kaman taking advantage. Got a fold-out couch.
Nick Young, of course, shooting a three and valiantly raising his arms and celebrating it, but the ball didn't go in.
Look how much enthusiasm the Lakers are playing.
You know, we just became accustomed to our offseason starting in April, and you would start to focus on the draft and draft workouts, and then draft lottery day.
The second pick will be made by the Los Angeles Lakers.
That's what we had to look forward to, celebrating the draft lottery.
I'm kind of a glass half full guy, so when we were getting all those draft picks, when we were getting D'Angelo Russell and Lonzo Ball and Brandon Ingram and Julius Randle, I kept thinking in the back of my head, okay, just give it a couple of years. These guys should all still be in college. And in a couple of years, the Lakers will be right back where they want to be. But it never really happened. There were just so many bumps in the road.
The lack of results on the court left the Lakers looking for answers off of it.
By the summer of 2016, the Lakers have this accumulated cap space that they've been sitting on year after year after year. They invest something like $130 million in Luol Deng and Timofey Mozgov, and it's a disaster from the beginning. Those two guys don't make a huge impact on the court, and that really was the last Hail Mary of the Jim Buss, Mitch Kupchak front office regime. And Jeannie Buss finally is ready to make a change.
We do have Laker breaking news, and Laker president and Governor Jeannie Buss announced today that the team has named Earvin Magic Johnson the new president of basketball operations. Mitch Kupchak has been relieved of his duties as general manager, and Jim Buss will no longer hold the role of Lakers executive vice president of basketball operations. In addition, the Lakers will also be parting ways with
When I called Magic in February of 2017, I needed him to get Lakers basketball going in the right direction. And he was there for me because I was facing a legal battle in the courts with my brother in regards to controlling the team. And I needed to focus on that. And I needed the fans to know that Magic was there to make sure that the Lakers were in good hands and that would be put in the right direction. And he accepted that responsibility, and I will forever be grateful to him.
What she needed was people she could trust, because she didn't know who inside the building would be loyal to her and who she could count on. And she trusted Magic, and she trusted Rob. I think if Magic doesn't come, maybe LeBron doesn't come. And if Rob doesn't come, maybe the AD trade never happens. So if you want to go back to where the seeds were planted for the 2020 championship, it was probably on that day.
We have the ability to accomplish great things. We won't do that unless we become greater than the sum of our parts. Let's go out and have a great practice. You see the blueprint? Let's get after it. Let's have a great first day, guys. Let's go together on three. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Together. Everybody in one line right here. The whole team. We talked day one about a plan. You know, we wanted to have a plan of what our team was going to look like and how we were going to play. We want to play up tempo. We want to attack. We want to get the ball going downhill in the first 5 seconds of the clock. We had a lot of new faces. Obviously, the first time these two stars were going to be playing with each other.
On that tight curl.
Yeah.
You come
offensively.
Defensively, do you want me to take that?
Take it. You got to absorb it and read. But we did have a strong belief about what we needed to accomplish from an identity standpoint to reach the ultimate goal. Tell you what, that and then your length, that's unbelievable. We implemented the plan. We had success way sooner than I anticipated. Coming out of the gates really strong, but we did make tweaks along the way and got better as the season went along. Really good first day. Here we go.
Together, man. 1, 2, 3.
Good job. Good job.
From day one, signs of the Lakers' identity were emerging. However, an early exhibition in China would soon cause the team to overcome unexpected adversity.
I'm Will Ripley, live in Hong Kong, and the National Basketball Association, or NBA, in the U.S., is facing a huge backlash from U.S. lawmakers for its reaction to this tweet by the Houston Rockets general manager, a tweet backing pro-democracy demonstrations right here in Hong Kong.
And now we knew we were going to China, and there was immediate backlash regarding that tweet, but it was directed to the Houston Rockets. I don't think anybody at that point was thinking that it was really going to affect the Lakers and the Brooklyn Nets trip to China.
Let's start with what's happening in China. As of now, Chinese workers have been taking down signs in Shanghai promoting the game. A media availability that was scheduled for Wednesday was postponed, and the Lakers shoot-around and team photo was canceled on Thursday.
We didn't know what was going on. We didn't have the proper practice time, or, we didn't know up until tip time if we were actually playing. And luckily, we got a chance to play.
Tip, and we are underway in Shanghai.
That was a perfect setup to some of the other trials that would come this way during the 2019-2020 season that we had to face as a team. How we had to stay together was probably the start to the season that seemed to fit some of the other things we would face later in the season.
While no one could imagine what the Lakers and the world would soon face, on opening night, their undisputed leader was eager to lead the team into a new era.
This is the first game for a long process for us, all right? So don't overthink it. Just fly around, talk, communicate. It's gonna get us through a lot of mistakes we're gonna make, all right? All right, come on, it's all about us, man. Together on three. 1, 2, 3, together.
Let's go! And it is the home opener here at Staples Center. We can't wait. 1, 2, 3.
There you go! LeBron turns the corner, driving towards the rim. Alley-oop to Davis!
LeBron fall away. Perfect!
LeBron going to the rim, throws it in the corner. Here's the three by Green. It's good! Danny Green has tied the game at the buzzer! Doubles three-pointer by LeBron. It's good! Knockout punch! They have the best record in the NBA, and they are doing it with defense.
Going to the basket, blocked by Davis! Lakers win it on the block by AD! Wow! Caruso! Throw it down, the Caruso!
Kuzma's 30-footer, good! Kuz is white hot!
He's going to attack! Throws it down! JaVale McGee! LeBron, open. Ring up another, and a 15-point win.
With the Lakers living up to, and perhaps exceeding expectations, by reigning atop the Western Conference into January, a second chase was underway as LeBron neared a powerful milestone.
LeBron James needs just 18 points to pass Kobe Bryant for third on the NBA's all-time scoring list.
Here's James, goes across the lane, lays it up, and lays it in. And there it is. He just became the third leading scorer in NBA history, passing Kobe Bryant.
I was growing up through the ranks when Kobe came into the league. It was, it wasn't a dream of mine to come straight, from high school at that point in time to the NBA. But I was like, wow, a 17-year-old, 18-year-old kid being able to make that leap, that's pretty damn cool. I went to ABCD camp, and he came and talked to all the kids that was there, and I was just listening.
You guys are cool, man. Just do your thing and go for what you know, man. Go for your dreams. Maybe I'll see you in the league one of these days. Maybe I'll be one of those young cats thinking that you can take our championship away, and it's not happening.
LeBron speaks extremely eloquently for 15-plus minutes, all about Kobe, and just how much it meant to him to now see his name right there next to Kobe and to do it in the purple and gold.
Just admiring him for so many years and seeing him from afar and, me watching and learning. And just to make a long story short, now I'm here in the Lakers uniform in Philadelphia, where he's from, where one of the first time I ever met him, gave me his shoes, he won All-Star Week. It's surreal.
When you've got two superstars, like the two of them, I think the one thing many people always want to know is, why aren't they close? Why don't they have that relationship? But there is a relationship. It's one that just the two of them can only understand. It's one thing I think that many can hold on to and will look back at. It's a pretty good idea of what the two of them shared with one another that many people didn't see on the outside.
I wrote on my shoes tonight. I think I put Mamba for life, 824 KB, because it's really that mutual. So.
LeBron handles himself great in those situations, and he was very respectful to Kobe and said all the right things. And so a lot of us were anxious to get Kobe's reaction to it, and we said, well, tonight's about LeBron. We'll get Kobe's reaction as soon as we get back. And then the worst day of my Laker life happened.
If you're just now coming home, you heard the news. All we know is that this was a helicopter crash that happened in Calabasas this morning. LA County Sheriff Alex Villanueva and LA County Fire Chief Daryl Osby confirming that 9 people died, including Lakers legend Kobe Bryant and his teenage daughter Gigi. She was just 13 years old.
It makes you sick.
Yeah.
Life is so short, life is so fragile, and this is just another reminder, an awful, awful reminder.
Yeah.
As news of the terrible tragedy unfolded throughout Southern California and the world, the Lakers were en route home from Philadelphia as grief overtook the team.
The flight back from Philadelphia, that was one of the most difficult moments of my coaching career, of my life, really. Learning the news that Kobe had passed and Gigi had passed in the tragic helicopter crash. I had to relay that to our players.
Coach Vogel woke me up and informed me of what had happened, and I wasn't sure if it was real or not. The longer I sat there and the more I saw my teammates' emotions and what was going on, I realized that it was true.
To watch the images of the players getting off the plane and the emotion, it just set off a chain of events of raw emotion that I hope we never have to deal with again.
Suffering through the most heartbreaking loss in Lakers history, the team and its fans gathered the strength to come together, just like their lost family members would have wanted, by taking to the court.
What I learned was that Laker Nation is truly a family. And what families do when they're faced with grief and tragedy is they come together. And when you think you can't go on, you lean on one another.
I think the organization as a whole was admirable. The way in which they picked up the pieces, the way in which they continued on.
Just look at this place. You look around, it's full of number 8 and number 24, and it's full of memories that we have of an individual that touched so many people in so many ways.
You never get over this. And so the team has to learn to live with it. And that's a difficult task when you have to play.
It's a very emotional game, both mentally, physically, spiritually, but there's no better way to go through something like this than with your brothers.
We had so many guys on that team, Bron, Dwight, AD, that had a close relationship with him that were hurting. And we were hurting for them, but also hurting because of how much Kobe meant to the world and us, the basketball world.
Once upon a time, there was a young basketball player who had dreams of becoming one of the greatest basketball players of all time.
It was just a passionate night. I think that's the best word I could think of. It was a lot of passion, a lot of love.
I got something written down. You know, they asked me to kind of stay on course or whatever the case may be, but Laker Nation, man, I would be selling y'all short if I read off this, so I'm gonna go straight from the heart.
When LeBron gave his speech, I knew that he was going to go off script because that is who LeBron is.
We're all grieving. We're all hurt. We're all heartbroken. But when we're going through things like this, the best thing you can do is lean on the shoulders of your family.
And in moments when you need strength, there's not many people that could step up to the plate in the way that LeBron James did.
Tonight, we celebrate the kid that came here at 18 years of age, retired at 38, and became probably the best dad that we've seen over the last 3 years, man. So in the words of Kobe Bryant, Mamba out, but in the words of us, not forgotten. Live on, brother.
Hello, Chicago. We'll never see another basketball player quite like Kobe. Just hold hands for 1 second. We need to really embrace each other at this time.
With the entire world still grieving from the loss of cherished members of the basketball community, the game's greatest players were determined to shine in an all-star exhibition in the honor of all those who love the game.
I'll tell you what, this is fun. As a fan, we love competition, and they are competing right now. Oh, a gorgeous reverse by Anthony Davis.
Team LeBron and Team Giannis battled all the way to the end, and fittingly in the final moments, LeBron found Chicago native AD to send him to the line. Following the All-Star break, the duo proved just as dominant. But on the first weekend of March, a seismic test was coming to Staples Center.
The Lakers had 2 games in a row against the favorites, so to speak. The favorite in the East, obviously, was the Milwaukee Bucks. And there was, in a lot of people's minds, the favorite in the West to win the title, believe it or not, was the Los Angeles Clippers. They had played the Milwaukee Bucks in Milwaukee and lost. They had played the Clippers 2 times already and lost both of those. If you're going to be going against teams that are favored to win the title, you got to let them know that they have to get by you as well.
I remember going into those games, studying the game film of the last time we played those teams, and it was about 3 months. It was late, in mid-late December, I think, was when we played them prior. We had grown so much as a basketball team at that point, and it was clear and it was evident the way we were playing leading up to those games. We looked like a different team than we did in December.
The Bucks come into this game with an NBA record best 53-9. The Lakers, the best record in the West, 47-13. This is a battle of two superpowers, folks. LeBron to the middle, got to the rim, lay it up and in. And LeBron scowls at him like a boxer. LeBron to the rim, throws it up, foul and a bucket. I can't believe he made that shot. Top of the key, three-pointer block from behind by AD.
LeBron James spinning all the way. There it is! The exclamation point on this victory.
The Clippers are the only team in the NBA who have defeated the Lakers more than once. Beverly down the middle, stolen by AD. AD on a breakaway. AD slam dunk. Here's LeBron down the middle, all the way, lay it up and in, plus a foul. LeBron taking over. 10 seconds to shoot now. Here's LeBron, dribbles on Marcus Morris, got to the rim, foul and a bucket, game over. And look at LeBron, pounding on his chest, saying good night.
Big weekend for us. We knew what was going on this weekend with the top two best teams in the league, and we had to show up and show out, and we did that. Shout out to the Laker faithful in the crowd tonight.
We were able to beat two of the best teams in the NBA in the same weekend, and I think at that point we really started to believe that we were going to be champions this year.
The game tonight has been postponed. You are all safe, and take your time in leaving the arena tonight and do so in an orderly fashion. Thank you for coming out tonight. We are all safe.
I heard about the coronavirus. Everybody's hearing their theories, and you're not really sure if it's true, if it's real. The next you know, one of the NBA players gets hit and they shut down the league.
We'll get right to the news. The NBA announced that a player on the Utah Jazz has tested positive for COVID-19.
We had just finished up a lengthy practice to try to figure out how to slow down James Harden and the Houston Rockets, who we were scheduled to play the next night. I remember going home and just crashing, taking a nap, and waking up to my wife coming up and saying that the NBA just shut down the season.
It's shocking, but things have been happening so fast by, not just day to day now, but hour by hour.
When we heard the announcement that Rudy Gobert had tested positive, the coronavirus was so new, we really didn't know how to handle it. And the only way to protect our players, our fans, our staff, was to shut things down and try to figure out how best to handle the situation.
After the NBA shutdown, all other major sports leagues followed, as did schools, offices, restaurants, and all public gathering places. Yet for the Lakers, the pandemic hit home quicker than most.
A lot of us have caught it. I had caught it at the time. It was a strange, weird feeling. Mind you, I didn't have that many drastic of symptoms. I was asymptomatic. Only thing I lost was like my sense of smell for a little bit. So I was lucky enough to not be symptomatic and not go through it. But I know other guys on our team that have caught it, and they were going through a rough time. So it's different for different people. Some of my friends, family members, and even some of our people within our organization, some of our guys' security members had passed, and it was just a sad time, very tragic, man. And I send my prayers out to those families and wish them the best, wish them well.
The fact that you found a couple guys have already tested positive for corona, the seriousness of this virus. So it was going to be what's going to happen now. In a sense, you're kind of mad. You mad because this is the Lakers' chance to win a championship, but here's another obstacle in their way. The biggest obstacle of all, COVID-19.
What we determined today is that this hiatus will be most likely at least 30 days.
Adam, is it possible that the season will not continue?
Of course it's possible. I just don't know more at this point.
The Laker team had worked so hard to be at the top of the Western Conference, and we were headed into the playoffs for the first time in 7 years. And it was such a defeat, thinking that we may never know how this season was going to end.
I want your reaction, your honest reaction when you first heard the term, the bubble.
When we first heard the bubble, man, I think we all kind of didn't take it seriously. We thought it was a joke.
Let's take a look at the NBA bubble.
The Magic, Jazz, Nuggets, Suns, Wizards, and Nets all arriving yesterday in the Orlando bubble.
The Disney complex is really a perfect location. It's 255,000 square acres.
For us, it's gonna be like basketball jail, but also thought that the rules and boundaries wouldn't be able to be watched.
Because I was doing sports radio every day, we had different people and different experts and different doctors and all sorts of people on. And the general consensus was that it wasn't going to work, but that they had to try it. That there was too much money at stake, that the whole country was depressed, that if we don't even try and bring sports back, it's just like we're giving up.
What's the protocol in terms of when they fully enter the bubble?
They have to be tested first, and then after that, they're being asked to go to their rooms for 48 hours while they clear 2 negative coronavirus tests.
It was a tough journey. You know, it was mentally tougher than anything I can believe as far as just waking up, testing 75, 89 days straight.
I don't think any of us going into it felt like it was going to be a great experience. This is something that had never been done before, where a group of humans were put into an environment where they basically were going to be tested every day to make sure they were clear of the virus. They were going to be asked to sacrifice and not leave the bubble.
That's what our fans wanted. That's what our fans deserved, was a chance to see the end of the season that they had invested their time in watching starting back in October when we started the season. And the sacrifice that the players and the coaches and the staff made to be isolated from their families, their friends, the comforts of home. I was humbled and I admired them so much for that sacrifice. I will forever be grateful.
This is something personally that I kind of relish. I'm looking forward to the challenge of lasting, you know, of being the team that can be the mentally toughest, the mentally strongest.
Having a great team that's close to each other, that definitely is a big plus for us. We love each other, we consider each other brothers, and that's why we continue to fight for one another each day.
Everybody got hella bags. You're literally going to live somewhere for 3 months. Hey, for one goal though, to win a championship, baby.
I'm just taking it all in. For me, I'm all about the process. I'm here for one goal and one goal only. That's to get better every single day.
You know, when we got in there, the thing that sticks out to me the most is how safe it felt.
Adam Silver in the NBA, Michelle Roberts and that crew, they did a hell of a job. For them to put that together and for it to be able to last the way it lasts, kudos to both sides.
It was strange because so much seemed normal at times. I mean, we were allowed into practice environments that took place in hotel ballrooms, so they had laid out wooden floors all over these hotel ballrooms. One time I took a picture and somebody said, yeah, I went to a dentist conference there last year, so that was kind of weird.
We have a really good chemistry with our team. It makes it easier day by day to kind of live in a hotel, just knowing that, you know, you're gonna see the guys that you actually enjoy hanging out with.
Hey, y'all, hey. Hey, see.
And then basketball-wise, you know, just even easier for us, you know, being outside of LA, sometimes there's distractions, but being here, it's basketball. You know, there's nothing else really going on. So as far as a preparation and mental fortitude kind of standpoint, it's really easy for us to kind of get there.
For us, we were already a tight-knit group chats throughout the whole year, even through quarantine. So we were tight, but got tighter being here. It's not too often you're with Bron or Jared Dudley or KCP on any given day off the court. And here, you're kind of forced to, and it just brings you close.
I will tell you this, the bubble was hard. It was a mental test, 100 days inside of the bubble. Our Lakers team floor, we were all on the same floor in a hotel room. It felt a little bit like being back in college because we were all together on a daily basis. And you're in the team meeting room, you're watching film, you're in the gym, you're at the game thing. Those were like the 3 places where most of the activity took place. But I think our team in particular was built for all of the different things that could happen in the bubble. I think that's what really stands apart for our organization is we're player first and player centric. That's set by Jeannie Buss. They feel that, they sense that, and that's where that sort of togetherness and team chemistry is formed. And you saw that with how close-knit our group was.
There was a lot going around where it looked like summer camp, where players were playing cornhole or were going on fishing trips.
Fishing on the dock of the bay, wasting time.
So the videos that you guys see of us playing cornhole and fishing and, you know, playing golf, people thinking it's summer camp.
Welcome to the pizza party. Cool, man. Happy birthday, man. Uh-huh.
Very similar to it. It is like a camp type atmosphere. It is like a campus, but it is not summer camp, and it was not as fun as it looked. So don't get it twisted. Don't think that we were having in there just having a ball. We were in there working. Mind you, it was not easy.
It's almost the same feeling as when you first time you go to a haunted house. You get excited with your friends are telling you how great it is, and you get juiced up, juiced up, and juiced up, and juiced up. You really don't realize how scary that is until you get inside of that haunted house. We were all excited to get back. We were excited to be playing basketball again. I mean, we stopped playing in March, so we were all excited. But you don't really know what you're getting yourself into until you get inside the bubble and they tell you, that right there, you cannot go outside that gate. And if you were not in a bubble, you don't quite understand it. For me, I'm a routine guy. And when my routine is like knocked off, it's like, I don't know, it's hard for me to center myself. At times, like in my room, literally seeing the walls like this, like The Shining, I'm like, oh, holy, what is going on? I gotta go home.
After a 4.5-month delay, the season was finally ready to restart. Yet from the outset, it was obvious how dramatically different the sights and sounds of the game would be in the bubble.
And that's another kudos to the league. They did an unbelievable job of being able to showcase it to their fans. But for the players, when you ran out and all you heard was sneakers and basketball, it was like the first AAU tournament you ever played growing up. It was literally nothing. It was straight dead silence.
Sitting in an arena without fans was just kind of weird. It took a lot of getting used to, but it was actually really fun because you could hear the trash talk, you could hear just how much LeBron talks and commands.
I'm low, you low, up, I'm Danny.
The Lakers bench was probably the loudest in the entire bubble, and without fans, that really became a huge forefront of some of the interactions we saw. It was a really unique environment.
Although they lost the opening game of the playoffs, LeBron James and Anthony Davis soon led the Lakers to a commanding 3-1 advantage over a scrappy Portland Trail Blazers squad. With just one more win needed to advance, once again in 2020, something much more important than basketball would soon take center stage and place into question the fate of the NBA season.
Now, over the last few days in our home state of Wisconsin, we've seen the horrendous video of Jacob Blake being shot in the back 7 times by a police officer in Kenosha. Despite the overwhelming plea for change, there has been no action, so our focus today cannot be on basketball.
We are calling for justice for Jacob Blake and demand the officers be held accountable.
Being a Milwaukee Buck at that time, that's our backyard. And so when we got to the arena, we went through warm-ups and everybody went through their routines, but you just knew it was just off. Everybody was just feeling sad and hurt and confused. And we just felt like we were a distraction. And you know what, this is bigger than basketball. And we were ready to just forfeit the game.
So I was taking my nap, and when I get up, I turn on the TV to start watching the Milwaukee-Orlando game. And as soon as I turn on the TV, there's nobody on the court. but the game was supposed to start like 20 minutes ago. So I'm like, what the hell is going on? And they say Milwaukee refuses to come on the court.
You know, when I wake up from that nap, I read the reports that the Bucks are not going to play. A lot of text messages from reporters, are we going to play?
We were having a game that day. I think we all were in our rooms taking our naps. We get a knock on the door, somebody's banging on the door, and I'm like, who the hell is that? Like, why are they knocking on our door? Like, we're still sleeping. And so we have a meeting, emergency meeting right now.
All of a sudden, Milwaukee's like, we're not going to play. I smiled. I had a smile of joy because I was very humbled by their decision not to play. It shows them that they have the power.
I had to respect the fact that the Milwaukee Bucks had a voice collectively. Not playing an NBA game, it is a powerful message.
When we witnessed the shooting of Jacob Blake, it had a profound effect on the Milwaukee Bucks because it took place in the state of Wisconsin. They needed to take time to process, and this is happening in real time.
And I told them straight up that there's no way that we can go out on the floor as the Lakers and play our game with what just transpired.
You know, I was told at that point that, you know, all the games that night were going to be suspended. You know, again, just filled with uncertainty.
What's next? What are some steps are we taking? What's some initiative? Are the owners going to be involved? And so you had so many different questions, so many players. It was basically chaos.
We had another major meeting later that night. There was a lot of emotions going. Guys were ready to get out of the bubble at that time, a lot of frustrations before family came in.
To be honest, I was ready to walk away. I called my wife and called my mom and told them that I was probably headed home because there was no plan.
There were times that day and that night where there was a lot of uncertainty on whether the bubble would even survive or whether the bubble would burst and that people would go home. They decided that the biggest platform to affect change was actually to finish and to use that Orlando platform to affect change.
Ultimately, I think we made the right decision to continue to grow our platform and our ability to speak out on these things by resuming play.
We had a huge Zoom call with the owners, all 30 owners. Yeah. You know, we got 30 NBA franchises with arenas. Yeah. We needed to have, if not all 30, as close to 30 as possible where people can go and vote. We also seen the things that was happening in the community with police brutality, and we wanted to be able to put in an initiative or something that can hold our police people accountable.
I thought it was just amazing, you know, from the NBA part to, you know, go down that path and, you know, not just stand on the side of us as players and former players, but get in front of us and be on the front line with us.
We've been so jaded and been so scared because everyone is saying that our word, what we believe in, doesn't matter. So over the course of time, that's why if you had, like my mom, who's 52 years old, it's the first year she ever voted.
LeBron James is, I dare say, the most powerful voice in sports. Whether you like him or don't like him, whether you agree with him, disagree with him, you still hear what he has to say because he's always well informed, he educates himself, and he's letting the other players know that if you want to speak out, it's okay.
With LeBron, it always started with kids and his school and social justice. You know, if I could give him a Nobel Peace Prize, he would be a candidate.
To be able to use the NBA platform and us be able to go out there and speak about police brutality, voter suppression, if we'd have decided to leave at that very moment, our numbers and being as strong as we could have been would have been depleted. Being able to stick through that and be able to create some change while we were in there and speak about things that was going on, unbelievable. Basketball, unbelievable.
Welcome to the Western Conference Finals, Lakers and Nuggets.
Having dispatched both the Trailblazers and Rockets 4-1, the Lakers sought to do the same against the Nuggets in the conference finals.
Alley-oop to Dwight, slam dunk. Perfect pass by Rondo.
Game 1 went according to plan. However, in Game 2, the Nuggets refused to fade away, resulting in a final second opportunity for one of the greatest moments in Lakers playoff history.
Game 2 against Denver was probably, the most emotional night of our season. We have a play where we give LeBron James space to break open to the corner, but we have movement with the other three guys. And, the passer for that play is typically Rajon Rondo.
Rondo, during that timeout or during that time that they had, went up to Coach Vogel and said, hey, do you want me to throw the inbounds pass?
I said, this is our play. You're the inbounder on this play, so get in there, make a great read.
Rondo's going in to be a passer. I said, it's probably going to LeBron.
Obviously LeBron. That's what you think.
They might double LeBron, and if they do, someone else will be open.
He made eye contact with AD about, he's the one that he felt like was going to be the guy that was open, with them loading up to LeBron.
All right, let's see what the Lakers come up with. Rondo to inbound it, 2.1 to go.
AD faked like he was going to go and then came off of a brush pick, and you could see Plumlee begging Grant to switch out, please. But Grant knew that if he left LeBron, that might be a problem.
Denver 103, Lakers 102. Anthony Davis, 3 for the win. Lakers bring Rondo in and take Caruso out. All right, let's see what the Lakers come up with. Denver 103, Lakers 102. Rondo to inbound it, 2.1 to go. Here we go for the game. Rondo brings in Anthony Davis, 3 for the win. He got it! No time on the clock, it's over! Anthony Davis hits a 3, the Lakers win it!
I'm in my desk and I just started going, yes! Yes! Oh my God!
That's the moment, that shot right there, where Anthony Davis became an equal to LeBron.
Just imagine if that had been the Staples, the crowd might have been louder than when I hit my shot.
This is one of the biggest shots in Lakers playoff history, helped propel us into a situation where we were in position to win a championship, and just such a great moment for our team.
And if you watch him, after he hits it, and he's running back to the bench, read his lips. Kobe!
After he hit that shot, it looked to me like he had mouthed Kobe. I just wanted to get that on record with him. I wanted to make sure that I didn't see things wrong.
After you hit the shot, it looked like on the video that you mouthed Kobe.
I did. Obviously wearing the jerseys, he's hit countless shots like that, to win games. To do something like that, in the jerseys we wore tonight, it just makes it even more special.
It was a remarkable thing to me, tied in that they're wearing the Mamba jerseys, and that is what is on AD's mind, because who else would have hit a shot like that? Well, Kobe Bryant would have hit a shot like that.
That was his feeling in the moment, and it still gives me chills. It came from his heart, and it was joyful, and what a fitting tribute to one of the greatest closers ever in the game, to Kobe Bryant. And the effect he had on so many others really was resounding.
That was Mamba right there. Okay, Mamba mentality. Big time shot, AD. Okay, let's get to the next one. Here we go. Mamba on 3. 1, 2, 3.
AD's inspired shot helped propel the Purple and Gold to their third straight 4-1 series win and the NBA Finals.
In the making for the Lakers, but LeBron is back on the NBA's biggest stage as the Purple and Gold return to the finals for the first time since 2010.
A lot of people have been waiting for this very moment.
Heading into the finals, people were so busy paying attention to the Lakers and how they had breezed through the first 3 series that they didn't notice that Miami had done exactly the same thing. Miami came in to the finals with only 3 losses.
We knew going in that this team was playing as well as anybody in the world. They had steamrolled basically through the Eastern Conference. You know, to me, they had 3 all-star level players in Bam Adebayo, Jimmy Butler, and Goran Dragic. And, you know, they were going to be a very difficult challenge, the biggest challenge we faced all year.
All right, here we go. We are underway. Dwight Howard controls the opening tip.
The Lakers showcased their dominance early in the finals, winning the first 2 games.
Anthony Davis hasn't. Now they put Jimmy Butler on him. He's the 3rd different defender. He goes right around Butler, goes to the rim.
Davis puts it in. Anthony Davis just brilliant here in Game 2.
However, the Heat fought back in Game 3, setting up another huge shot by Davis in Game 4.
Shoot that 3, AD. He does. It's good! Anthony Davis with the dagger. And the Lakers lead 191 with 39 seconds to go. Lights out
Friday
in
night.
Orlando. The Lakers take a 3-1 lead.
One more. That's simple. 15. One more. We have 15.
The Lakers were on the court in Game 5, seeking inspiration from their Mamba jerseys, up 3-1 versus a gritty Heat team.
LeBron to the rim, slam dunk. LeBron is a stunning 13 of 16 from the field. Jimmy on the right wing. Butler turns the corner on Morris. Spin to the rim, 8-foot fall away by Butler is perfect. Jimmy is taking the game over for Miami. LeBron dribbling, Butler on him. LeBron turned the corner, got to the rim, powers up, no good, got his own rebound, powers up again and scores. Lakers by 1, inside 1 minute to go. 20 seconds remaining, Butler dribbles right down the middle, Anthony Davis meets him there, fouls him. And Jimmy Butler's gonna go to the line, could put Miami up by 1. It's good. The Lakers have 1 possession for the NBA championship. Danny Green will inbound it. LeBron dribbling. LeBron turns the corner, goes all the way to the basket, throws it backwards. Danny Green for 3. Short, rebound, Markieff Morris. Morris step back, throws it into AD and he threw it away. Miami just forced a Game 6.
Coming up to set a screen. James goes the other way. Drives down a lane. Back out to Green. Green for 3. Off the mark. No good. Markieff Morris has it. Throws it inside and throws it out of bounds.
We got a hell of a look. Danny had a hell of a look. It just didn't go down. I know he wish he can have it again. I wish I could make a better pass.
I rushed the shot where I had a lot more time than I thought. And I missed it short. But after a game like that, and where I had a chance to close it out and send us home, I definitely didn't sleep much that night.
Throughout the highs, throughout the lows, you stay even keel. We just got to be better in Game 6 and close the series.
Here we go now.
Attack, attack, attack all night. Attack your shot, attack rebounds, attack your drives, attack penetration, attack, 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 aggressive from the very beginning, dog. We can't keep waiting to the second quarter, third quarter we get down, then we want to feel like we want to start attacking because we know we can turn it on. Let's turn it on from the beginning. Come out of the stables flying, all right?
It's pretty simple. The Lakers win, they win their 17th NBA World Championship. If the Heat win, it ties the series at 3, and we come back for a Game 7.
Game time. Check ball.
Anthony Davis is going to jump it up against Bam Adebayo. 48 minutes for the title. Here's Adebayo, hands it to Duncan Robinson. He throws it into the key and Caruso steals it. LeBron on a breakaway slam dunk with the tomahawk, and the Lakers lead 4-2. Here come the Lakers on a 3-on-3. LeBron down the middle, behind his back, spin to the rim, left hand layup good. Spectacular layup by LeBron.
That's good, James.
After allowing the Heat life in the series, it was clear from the beginning of Game 6, with history and legacy on the line, that the Lakers were determined not to repeat any errors. Any doubts were quickly erased by one of the most dominant quarters the NBA Finals has ever seen.
LeBron fakes a shot, now dribbles past Adebayo, got to the rim, lays it up and in. Timeout Miami, and the Lakers are controlling Game 6. Nunn down the middle all the way. Anthony Davis blocks it. Grabbed by Caruso, ahead to LeBron. LeBron down the middle. LeBron still dribbling. LeBron, shovel pass, KCP, flying at the rim, foul. Count of it goes, and it goes. It's all going the Lakers' way now.
I know Miami's a resilient team, but even this has got to be discouraging for them.
The Lakers with a 28-point lead at halftime. Los Angeles 64, Miami 36. It is the second largest halftime lead in NBA Finals history.
Without question, the NBA Finals proved unlike any that have come before. However, for the Lakers, the moment within their grasp meant so much more. A powerful tribute to perseverance, progress, and family. And 94 days after arriving in Orlando, they were ready to fulfill a legacy.
LeBron with a thunder dunk, and he's fouled. So that's LeBron's exclamation point.
Game 6, we had played our best game probably of the whole playoffs, and the clock is winding down. Obviously we're all experiencing all these emotions like this is actually going to happen.
1 minute 6 seconds remaining, and LeBron is very emotional.
I just had so much joy for our team and what we were able to accomplish this year. Just a dream come true from that regard.
It is over in Orlando. The Lakers are the world champions. In a year we all thought we wanted to forget, the Lakers give us something to remember forever.
Been playing for so long, it's like I've been chasing this ring everywhere I go. It's like the hardest thing in the world. And now we are at the moment. This is it. This is what all those hard years, those crazy workouts, the ups, the downs, this is where it comes full circle.
For me, it really did feel like time stopped. Confetti kind of starts coming down in slow motion, and you're looking around at people you've just been to battle with.
LeBron James embracing all of his teammates. He promised he would come to Los Angeles and deliver a title to the Lakers. He did it in his second year.
And after 3 months, one team has emerged victorious. The Los Angeles Lakers are the NBA's 2019-20 champions.
And to you, Lakers team, I am so proud of you both on and off the court. Let this trophy serve as a reminder of when we come together, believe in each other, incredible things can happen.
It don't matter where it is. If you win a championship, a bubble, when you get to this point, it's one of the greatest feelings in the world.
To be able to finish it off and make 2020 somewhat a blessed year, to say that we're champions, and we did it for Kobe, Gigi, the Bryant family, Laker organization, Laker Nation. It makes me proud of our team.
12 months. A whole calendar year plus. A whole calendar year plus. A whole calendar year plus. Hey, by the way, I'm actually won my 4th title in my 18th season, if you really want to be technical. You know what I'm saying? No, I like 17. I like the 17. You know what I'm saying? I like this. Man, this is what we came here to do. Right there. See that goal? It was worth the 12 months. It sure was worth everything. Oh my goodness. I need some goggles.
What do you think really makes it work between you two?
Respect, true friendship. No one's envy of each other. We are just two guys who just want to win. We just put it all together.
I've always believed in LeBron James. He's the greatest player the basketball universe has ever seen. And if you think you know, you don't know, okay, until you're around him every day. And it's just been a remarkable experience coaching him, seeing him take this group that was not in the playoffs last year and just taking a group and leading us to the promised land, so they say.
This was very challenging and difficult. And it played with your mind, played with your body. You're away from some of the things that you're so accustomed to make you be the professional that you are. And I heard some rumblings from people that's not in the bubble. Oh, that you don't have to travel. There's, whatever, people just doubting what goes on in here. This is right up there, one of the greatest accomplishments I have.
This one will always be known as different. Don't put an asterisk on it. Do not put an asterisk on it. But it will be known as being a different title and a difficult title to win in many different aspects.
We really had a number of guys all throughout our roster that were stars in their roles, and that's what I would hope that everybody remembers about this team, how we became a team-first team.
I think the word redemption comes to mind. Obviously, there was tremendous losses and tremendous sorrow and grief and hard times, but this gold trophy and the glimmer of joy it brought to the city and the people involved feels like a piece of redemption in those hard and dark times, and just a light for us to all grasp onto.
This team persevered. They came together under tough circumstances. They faced their doubters straight on.